All right, let's move on to our main event here. All right, we're going to take a gander at one. Trevor Lawrence. We've acknowledged him. The hype, all the hype surrounding. Trevor Lawrence coming in, first overall pick. A man of just incredible talent. And what does he bring to Jacksonville? And we've never really looked at it. We've never looked at it. We've never broken it down here. So that's what we're gonna do with this final play. All right, that we're gonna break down and look at today. This is from Trevor. You can look up the video. I'm gonna try to remember to put the video links in here. Of course, it's not very hard to find. Trevor Lawrence's full preseason highlights from this past offseason, or from this past preseason, obviously. It's Jacksonville and Cleveland. I believe this is week 1. It's got to be week 1. It's only 17 seconds into the video. All right, 37 seconds left in the first quarter, 3rd and 10. Cleveland is up by 3. I don't see what yard line they're at, but let's open this up, and then we'll start to break down the personnel and such.
Keep coordinator on the other side. Quarter Gustin finally got around Juwan Taylor. And back to throw on 3rd down and 10. Lawrence with time, all kinds of time. Great protection. Clemson slings the ball. And he's got Marvin Jones, who makes a dramatic catch over a defender's back. Fantastic throw.
Beautiful.
And catch.
This is it's cool. I mean, listen, I'm a Colts fan, but it was cool for me to see Jacksonville fans excited again. I mean, there's a lot of layers to this too. All right, Gardner Minshew was an enigma. All right, this is a similar situation. Them getting rid of Gardner Minshew was a full endorsement of Trevor Lawrence being ready. Yeah. And Urban Meyer took his time. I think we all knew that that Trevor Lawrence was going to be the guy. But, was Gardner Minshew going to be there? Urban Meyer led us to believe that there was a quarterback competition underway. And, Trevor handled himself pretty well this preseason. He didn't look, he wasn't, I wouldn't say, again, like a Mac Jones, he wasn't the flashiest. He wasn't he didn't have, this play is pretty big, but, consistent big plays. But there's something about Trevor Lawrence that this is the reason why he was taken, first overall. All right, how many quarterbacks we've seen so many quarterbacks taken first overall, and like Baker Mayfield, they kind of get Baker's. I wouldn't say he's one of the higher regarded ones of his draft class. Definitely top 3, but people still. He has this aura about him. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Lamar Jackson. It's probably, I would dare say, Allen, Jackson, Baker from that draft class. So Trevor Lawrence might, fall into that little scrutiny, but it could, especially being on Jacksonville. We all like winners, right? We all identify with winners. Jacksonville has a lot of things to do before they become a really winning football team, but Trevor Lawrence could fall under some scrutiny under this year because of the team around him.
Right.
It's unfortunately the way that the world works.
Well, he's got the same aura, the same mythos going into this that Andrew Luck brought.
No, he definitely does.
He's got the golden child kind of moniker right now, which is fair and not fair all at the same time. He played at a prestigious, elite collegiate school in Clemson.
Yeah.
Went to the national championship 3 times.
Right.
Looked really good in all of them. And, he's that guy. He's the size, right? Clearly stands out. He's a tall guy.
He's very tall.
He's, got the locks, which, is a thing that people look at now. Hair is a big deal.
That's true.
If you listen to Processing, we love our hair. But he does a lot of things right that you think that a franchise quarterback should do.
For sure.
And there's no doubts in anybody's minds right now that he's going to keep developing, become one of the best of all time. Let's hope it actually happens because we've gone this route before. Mm-hmm. We've been told this story before of this sure thing in college is going to be the sure thing in the pros. It's no question about it.
And it fails more often than not.
Look what he's already had to deal with. He's had DJ Chark missing from training camp because of a broken finger. He lost Travis Etienne to foot surgery that he's done for the year.
Yeah.
He's already dealing
Tim
with
Tebow.
He lost.
He lost
Tebow.
Tebow.
So I think a lot of this makes a lot of sense in the fact that that this team is going to go through some rough patches this year. It's not.
There's going to be growing pains.
He's definitely going to, like, other quarterbacks are in better positions to win right now. I would say, as people can argue with me if they want, I don't know if there is much argument, but Justin Fields is clearly in a better situation. Yeah, Matt Nagy is on the hot seat, but that defense is ready to go.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's defense is not ready to go.
No, Saxonville is not quite there
Yeah.
yet. So.
They both have offensive line issues, so maybe this will be one of those years that we don't quite know what we have in Trevor Lawrence for the entire year.
Right.
Because you'll see moments like we're about to show you, and then a whole bunch of moments that we won't want to show you.
Right. We will look at, I'm sure we got to look at the bad at some point. There's no doubt about it. But yeah. So let's take a look at this. We'll start to break it down.
Quarter Gustin finally got
Little fake hike there. This is, again, shotgun. It's 11 personnel. He's got a running back to his left, and we have a tight end on the right side of the offensive line. Twins right. All right. And the defense, what we're getting here, probably one of the easiest defenses I've had to read so far. We have a base 4-3. And with the cover 2, look, and it looks to be man coverage. Of course, we're gonna watch. I'm pretty sure it's man coverage. So let's break it down.
Around Juwan Taylor, and
all right, hikes the ball pretty good. Got a decent sized pocket. Backing up. All right, this is where good thing that Brian pointed out. His footwork is impeccable. We talked about planting the feet before you make a throw. All right, he's not out there trying to chance it. What Justin Fields did, as awesome as it was, it's a chance. It's certainly a chance, but he felt comfortable with it. Trevor Lawrence is traditional. I think a traditional pocket pantser. I'm sure he has some mobility to it, right? I'm sure he has some mobility to it.
Yeah, he's got wheels. He can
wheels.
move, and he can throw off script too. When he's not set, not balanced.
Right.
But it's his dedication to trying to remain in good mechanic form that is one of those things.
He seems like a robot in here. A robot in here. He's bouncing. He's not. His feet aren't shuffling. What do they call it? The karaoke drill. There's none of that. His feet are planted, shoulder width apart, and he's bouncing and trying to find his time. He has an easy out right here that he can totally go to. 28 seconds left in the first quarter, but he has it's a pretty good pocket. All right.
And Lawrence with time, all kinds
and
of
time. He's looking. Even when he just shifted right there, he didn't chop. He still kept his feet shoulder length apart and was bouncing around. And also, too, I want to compliment Trevor Lawrence a lot on this. His composure. Keeping cool. I know this might be. I'm not sure what who's out there for Cleveland, but Cleveland's got a decent pass rush, and he's comfortable in there. You don't see him freaking out. All right, don't see him trying to escape the pocket, trying to make a play. He's standing there. He's calm, cool, and collected. He's making reads the entire time. You can see his head shift multiple times to different people. All right, but he keeps cool, calm, and collected. And I think that's a very good thing for a rookie quarterback, especially this might be the very first preseason. This is first preseason game. So,
Clemson slings the ball, and he's got Marvin Jones.
All right. This do we define this as a dime?
This is the
one. Roll with this as a dime.
This is the one that we took umbrage with a few weeks back.
Yeah,
we're like,
that
all
is
right,
true.
Let's haul in
That's
what's
our
a dime
word.
and out
That's
of the
our
dime.
word.
Yeah, because dime should be, I always thought like something like, I don't know. You're always just talking cliches here, but dropped in the bucket. You know what I mean? Yeah. It leading a receiver in stride so that they can take off and run. This is a trust play, and this is just as important as the dime plays. This is my wide receiver has good leverage right now. I'm going to give him a chance.
Yep.
I'm going to put the ball out there, and I'm going to trust because he has put the cornerback in a bad position that he should be able to win this. And it's Marvin Jones Jr., who is as solid as can be. He's one of my favorite wide receivers because he's just solid, man. He's just fast enough. He's just shifty enough. He can test the balls.
Obviously, he's got big ups.
He can
jump, which is a considerable thing.
Yeah,
you always want those one-on-one matchups. And listen, this cornerback is on him pretty tight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I was actually surprised the cornerback didn't even look back at all to try and anticipate.
Well, here's something that I learned a couple of weeks ago from my friend Eric Turner over at Cover One. I don't think he listens, but whatever, I'll just say. If a cornerback is in trail, which is what happens here, it may be by design of the play, which is I want you to stay in his hip pocket,
right?
But I don't want you to look back for the ball
because turning around, he can break.
Right, and we're gonna let the safety take care of the over the top. Just stay in his hip pocket and make it tough on him.
Yeah,
which he does. It's not bad coverage.
No, not at all. I mean, that's about as man coverage as you can get. That's like he's right there. But I think that again, like you said, this is just a great play by a great, a solid rookie quarterback and a talented wide receiver who made a big time catch here. And they stretched the field out 30. I mean, open up like 30 yards. It's probably at least a 30-yard throw at the very least to hit that and go.
Who makes a dramatic catch over a bent defender's back?
That's good. All right. Let's take a look at it.
Team coordinator on the other side. Quarter Gustin finally got around Juwan Taylor. And
snap. Again, watch his feet. Visual watchers. Look at that.
All kinds of time. Great protection. Turns and slings the ball. And he's got Marvin Jones. Who makes a dramatic catch over a bent defender's back?
And that's Jacksonville fans, that's what you're getting with Trevor Lawrence. You're getting somebody who is very NFL ready. He's, there's no frustration. He's about as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah.
All right. It's not just the long hair. It's where he is from a psychological standpoint. He's just a cool dude.
Yep.
And I mean, Jacksonville fans, you have a legit reason to be excited. This is a guy who can lead your franchise for the next 5 to 10 years. All right, and there's going to be a lot of bad. There's going to be a lot of woofs, but it appears to me in this one play, and there's going to be a lot more plays to break down to look at, that Trevor Lawrence has the ability to be calm, cool, and collected under pressure, and that's right where you want. You don't want a quarterback who gets flustered. When things don't work out that way, we love to talk about the Peyton Manning thing, right? He was complaining his rookie season. He was like, man, guys won't get open. And, he's only got like a step on him. And Bruce Arians famously told him that's your window. That's your window. And Trevor Lawrence took a chance here on Marvin Jones, and it obviously paid off in a big way. Yep. Granted, it was preseason, but again, it shows some good signs.
And I don't think we've seen exactly what the offense will look like with Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence coming together.
No, it definitely hasn't opened up.
They're not going to show you in preseason what they're going to be doing in regular season.
Correct.
And Urban Meyer's got way too many. He has forgotten so much more football than I will ever know. So to those people that instantly go to, he's going to flame out just like Nick Saban did, or just like I guess Pete Carroll the first time. You know what I mean? There's been this narrative of the college coach coming in and it's too big for them and they can't make it. But at the same time, don't some of them make it and you don't even realize it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody loves to say these big shock value things. And and then we all forget about it.
Doug Marrone is as bad as he is.
319! 399! Hut! 33!
Yeah, spot.
258!